let's get into the topic today. I know everybody's really eager to learn about. I'm just going to briefly announce names and titles, and then I know you have kind of the presentation worked out, so I'll let you kind of introduce yourselves a little more when you speak. But we have joining us today a couple local business people who have been studying and practicing AI for some time now, and identifying those ways that they will benefit our local business community and hopefully make everyone's job easier. So we have Rachel Wiley-Steffen, AI certified consultant and a marketing strategist, licensed real estate professional, and owner of the Bemis Point Golf Club and Tap House, the 2025 CHQ Chamber of Business of the Year. Please give a round of applause for her. And we also have a longtime friend of mine, as a matter of fact, Andy Monticelli, with Robo, and also an AI and automation consultant. Welcome, BJ.
So good morning. I am so excited to be here today. I will introduce myself in a moment, but I'm going to be talking to you all about using AI to develop a 7-day social media calendar, okay? And just to get started, my name is Rachel Wiley-Steffen. I know a lot of you guys in the room. I've had the opportunity to converse and do a lot of different things with you all. So, but for those who don't know me, I am a AI consultant. I recently got my certification. It was something that I was really anxious to do because I wanted to be able to be confident that I could share with anybody that I'm going to train all the right tools, and which are consistently changing every single day. But I did invest in myself and got my certification. Very excited about that. I also have been in real estate for 11 years. I'm the co-owner of the Bemis Point Golf Club and Tap House. And my background is marketing, so marketing and operations. But I truly love marketing. I'm using AI for so many different aspects of my life. 2 years ago, I was at a conference down in Nashville, and there was this phenomenal trainer on the stage, and she just blew me away, out of the water. And she said one phrase that has stuck with me, and she said, achieve more in less time. And I wrote it down. It's on every whiteboard in my office. It is, you'll hear me probably say it multiple times today. But when you think about it, when you pare AI down to achieve more in less time, make it simple, right? AI is about many things, but for me, I like to train and coach on clarity. So building clarity and starting from the ground up, and just trying to use it in your daily life to make your work and your life simpler and achieving more in less time. So that is what we're going to look at today. There are so many things that we can do with AI, and BJ and I each have about half an hour each. So we are just going to touch a tiny little nugget today. So, I'm be open-minded about being, this just being one simple task that we're using. There are so many things that we can work together to identify how you can achieve more in less time and help your daily work and everything that you do just be simpler and be easier. So let's face it, right? The reality. So we are going to talk about social media and how it can be hard for small business. It can be super fun too. So as mentioned, I love marketing. It drives me. It excites me. I like to. It's art of storytelling. It's telling people a story and trying to invoke FOMO. Does anybody know what FOMO means? Mm-hmm. Fear of missing out, right? You want, oh my gosh, I need to be there. I want to be there. So for me, that is how I try to think about marketing in any business that I work with. But time is limited, right? So we're running businesses. Social media becomes, oh geez, when I get to it, when I get to it, it becomes, sometimes it can become very reactive. And, oh geez, without a plan, what am I going to post today? I can't even figure out what I'm going to do. AI can help us, right? We can ask AI for information based on our business. And then also, when different people post without guidance, depending on who's running your channels, and let's just say Facebook and Instagram, for instance, if we have 5 different people posting, Like, is our voice the same? Is our tone the same? Are we using the same punctuation? That's very important in business. So we need to make sure, and AI can help with this when you build out a memory, it can actually help to build all of this from the ground up. So that way for a business, we now can build the tone, build the voice, build the strategy, build the punctuation, all of the things. So now it has rules that it's following, and it knows that you don't like bullet points. I don't like M dashes. Like, I can give it rules to not include that. And M dash is my, it drives me bonkers because I see an, does anybody know what an M dash is? Right? It's the long dash between a word and a word, a letter and a letter. If you see that, I'm like, AI wrote that, because it is an AI thing. Like, I never saw it before, and now I see it everywhere. So my assistant has rules to never use an M dash, so we can do all this. Okay. All right. So hey, how AI can actually help us. So we can plan ahead. We talked about that, right? We can talk about our week. What is happening this week at the Bemis Point Golf Club in Tap House? Real life example. I'm going to take you through that today. Okay. What is happening this week and how can I plan 7 days in advance? I'm done in 15 minutes. Let's get it done, right? Now I can schedule it all out and be done with it. I can reduce that fatigue. So less mental energy, not worrying about tomorrow, what am I going to post? The next day, what am I going to post? Staying consistent. So as mentioned, AI can teach us, or we can teach it to learn our tone, right? And helping be consistent. And then be intentional. So that way we're not every single day waking up feeling the burden of, oh, what am I gonna do today? So a couple of platforms that we're gonna talk about today that we are gonna use in our demo is, so specifically, again, just taking you through a real life example of Bemis Point Golf Club in Tap House, because I wanted to give you all something that you could use to hopefully, see it in real time. So our main platforms are Facebook and Instagram. We try to never post the same thing on both platforms. It might be the same thing, but the messaging is slightly different because the audience is different, okay? TikTok, we just started dabbling that a little bit. We've been posting some reels, getting some new followers. That's kind of newer to us. And then Substack. So I don't know if you've all heard of Substack, but Substack I've recently started using because it, I wanted to, getting Business of the Year, we were, thank you, by the way, to all of you. Like, that's so amazing. But I noticed that we weren't high enough in search results in Google, in ChatGPT, anywhere, right? And I'm like, all right, this is a problem. Raise my hand. I gotta figure this out. So I used AI to actually build a new website. I don't know how to build a website. That is not me. But I used AI to walk me through building a new website. We built a new website. Ended up pulling somebody in at the end just to help with some final design type stuff that I didn't have any more time. Was like, all right, I need something expert here. But I also realized we needed a blog. So that's where Substack comes in. I did a bunch of research. I found that Substack is a great platform, free, okay? So now, every 2 weeks, we publish a blog, but we use AI to help develop the content on what the blog's gonna be. And we talk about what are the key words, how can we make sure that this rates. And since we've done this, we have noticed that we're crawling up and up and up, and we're starting to be more visible. So, but again, these are all things that AI can help you with, right? So that's where I started with all of this. Okay, so let's just talk about the business and why it matters when you're building out your AI, okay? And by the way, these slides are available, so I'm sure Stanzi can get them to you if anybody wants them. So when building out our platform, it is important for the platform, I'm gonna specifically just talk about ChatGPT today, to understand the role, the context. The more information you give it, the better the output. So garbage in, garbage out, we've all heard of that, right? You say, hey, make this, write it better. Okay, well, write what better? Like, what are we doing? So we have to actually share our information, give it a brain dump, tell it everything. If you're training it for yourself, get on it, dictate it, and tell it all about Donna Germain. This is all about me. So that way it knows who she is, right? But in this case, we're telling it all about the Bemis Point Golf Club in Tap House, and that's how we built it. Was, we're a gathering place. We love families. We love our dogs, right? So we want people to feel comfortable bringing their dogs. We want young families to come, let their kids play. It's a safe space out back. We have live music. We have 20 beers on tap. You know, we're open all year round. So all of these details, right? And just the fact that we like to do a lot of community events, amongst other things. So the role for a good AI prompt, or excuse me, for a good AI prompt, the role matters. Telling it what platforms you want to post on, telling it your ideas that you're looking to do, and evaluating and refining it, right? So don't just take the output that it gives you, make it your own. So we can continue to work it, and wow, we're done. Okay? And I'm so sorry, I should have asked at the beginning, how many people are using AI? Great. Okay, we are going to do a live demo. I'm going to introduce you to Rose. She is an assistant. So does anybody know what a GPT is? Okay, so in ChatGPT, we can formalize the base of ChatGPT. It's all about me. It's all about what I do at the golf course. It's all about ERA TVP real estate. It's a, licensed real estate agent. It knows everything about me. But it knows about my husband. It knows about our general manager, Jess. Like, it knows about all these. It knows that I'm here today. But I wanted to actually build out a custom GPT, which is an assistant, which we can do, that is specific to the Venus Point Golf Club and Townhouse. So I named her because I have a bunch of different assistants doing lots of different things. But she is basically a social media planning partner, specifically for the Venus Point Golf Club and Townhouse. And this may sound really complicated, guys, but it's not. Like, we can do this. So it's configured to our brand. It's a thinking partner. And it ultimately, I still stay in control, okay? So let's get into the live demo. Okay, can everybody see that okay? Yeah. All right. So if you can see up here, right underneath Rose, you can see I built it. She is a social media and brand growth strategist for the Venus Point Golf Club. She has a job description. I legit wrote this a job description. She has, you know how I said the prompt is really important? You have to tell her the role, what platforms, everything. It is built in for her to come back and ask me all those clarifying questions. So I'm going to give her a request, and she's going to say, "Hang on, Rachel, I need more information before I can do this." So, and we can do this. We can create an HR professional. We can create a recruiter. We can create whatever your business needs, right? There's so much opportunity. So, in ChatGPT, does everybody realize that you can talk to it? You don't have to type everything, right? You can talk to it. Okay, that's awesome. Because there's a lot of people who don't realize that. And let me tell you what. Let's talk about achieve more in less time. Talk to it. It's going to save you so much time, and you're going to be able to provide us so much more information. So, today, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hey, Rose. I'm looking to create a 7-day social media planning calendar for the Venus Point Golf Club and Townhouse. I want to start it this Friday, February 27th. We have quite a lot going on, and I want it to run through next Thursday. So let's go ahead and get started. Feel free to ask me the questions so we can move along. So she already knows to come back, right? All right, I love it. Let's build this the right way. Before I map out a 7-day plan starting Friday, February 27th through next Thursday, I need to get clear on a few things. So everything connects and supports the week as a whole. First, confirmation. Are we planning for February 27th and March 5th of this year? Yes. Okay, now let's talk the lineup. What's going on? So she knows, right? I built in there, like we do specials, we do golf, we have live entertainment, any drink features, are there any community events happening, right? So all that's in there. And so now, rather than me just trying to come up with it on the fly, I'm gonna go through her questions. I'm actually gonna, real quick, because there's something that Jess and Bryce are doing that I need a little detail on to be able to share. Okay, great. So let's get started. So first things first, February 27th is a Friday. And yes, we are going to run it this year of 2026. through March 5th. So Friday, February 27th, we have two really big things happening. The first thing is we are running a line dancing from 8:30 to 10:30. It is so much fun. We have done this now for a couple years, but just recently this winter, we wanted to give people something to do. So at 8:30 at night on Friday, we pull all the tables out and all the dancers come in. And we do line dancing, and it is an absolute blast. So let's make sure we give this high energy. We tell people that they do not need to know how to dance. We are going to teach them, okay? So line dancing with Allie Perrin, she's the instructor, this Friday, 8:30 to 10:30. We also, Jess, our general manager, and my husband Bryce, the owner of the golf course, they are running a special this Friday only. It's a really, really big thing for all the golfers out there. They're doing punch card specials. So it's a loyalty punch card, and they are doing 7 rounds of golf for the price of 6, and 12 rounds of golf for the price of 10, and basically it's a great deal. It's one of the best deals of the year, so they're going to want to go. We definitely want to promote that. I'm actually thinking from that standpoint, Jess has already been doing quite a lot of advertising already, so we want to probably have her do a go live or do a reel or do something to video to try to capture somebody real fast on Friday. Like, hey, don't forget to get in here. Live energy. They do have a burger of the week, so it looks like on Monday, starting Monday, they're going to be featuring a bacon cheddar ranch burger, and they're also doing a chicken stroganoff. I know Jess has a couple of drink specials. I think she's doing a pickle martini. I know that for sure. So we want to, people love the pickle martini, so we need to make sure we get it for that. And then the last thing that I want to share, so we're closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but the last thing I want to share, which I'm thinking Tuesdays and Wednesdays might be a real big push here, is we just announced that we are doing a sing-along brunch on March 8th. And let me tell you what, this thing is popping up all over the country, and the ladies are loving it. It's for ladies, it's a sing-along brunch. We're gonna give mimosas out, we're gonna have brunch, and we have a DJ, and we give everybody fake microphones. Just Google it, everybody Google it. It's so cool. So we wanna make sure we have some real live energy for that, and we not only are gonna wanna do Facebook, Instagram, but we are gonna wanna make sure we go live and have some really great videos ramping this up. So those are really the highlights for the week. Saturday, Sunday, kind of just basic. Again, we want to make sure we drive some foot traffic. It's a real slow time of year. So give me something powerful. I want to make sure it's SEO friendly. I want to make sure it really crawls to make sure we get the best visibility. So let me know if you have any other questions. Okay. Now, that was a lot. And I know it was a lot, but I wanted you to feel the art of storytelling, right? So the more information you give it, the better information it's going to give you. So we hit enter. Okay, here we go. Oh, I love this week already. This has energy. Didn't I just say that? Right? All right, so quick clarifying questions. What are your hours? Of course, yeah, absolutely, it needs my hours. Golf course status. It's AI. It doesn't realize it. I guess that we're under snow. Sing-along brunch. What time is that? So these are all great questions. So let me just fill it in. All right, so hours, Friday, Saturday, 12 to 9, Sunday, 12 to 4, Monday. We are one of the only businesses open on Monday, so let's make sure we highlight that, 4:30 to 8:30. We've been open since we started business in 2018 on Mondays. Golf course, nope, we're still under snow, so no golf happening. Sing-along brunch, yep, it actually is featured. You do have to get a ticket for it. It's through Eventbrite. It is posted all over, so we want to make sure we feature that. You do have to have a ticket in advance, and it's going to run from 10 to 2. There are limited seats. And yes, of course, mimosas are available for purchase as well, but they do get a mimosa and brunch and other with their package, but it's all detailed on the Eventbrite. The chicken stroganoff, that's a feature. It's available all week. Pickle martini available all week. And absolutely, we have content clips from past line dancing. We have a lot, actually. Jess and I have a lot of fun making reels with the past dancing videos. And I don't really have any visual content from the sing-along concepts yet, but we can make it. And let's just see, yep, we just need to drive traffic. That is our number one thing. So let's make sure we, we identify and, again, keep all those keywords into check. And what else am I missing here? Yeah, I definitely want some reels. I definitely want some lives and Facebook and Instagram. How am I doing in time? I didn't even look to see. You guys good? You good? Okay. I hope you're finding value in this. So it can be fun. I promise. Not scary. All right, perfect. This is a strong week. We just need to stack it up with intention. So the primary goal is to go drive traffic. Our second primary goal is to build the March 8th sing-along brunch momentum. What's our tone? High energy Friday, steady weekend warmth, big Monday push, hype during close days. We are posting daily on Facebook and Instagram. We will use 3 reels, 1 live video, stories you can open every day. Strong local SEO language, Bemis Point, Chautauqua Lake, Chautauqua County events, winter dining, ladies brunch, golf season specials. And here is my 7-day social media calendar. So on Friday, we want to post big energy, line dancing, our pillar focus, events and entertainment, year-round destination. It's giving me a bunch of highlights. It's giving me a call to action. Sorry, bear with me for just a second. Okay, afternoon, it's telling me we should post a reel. Then Facebook Live. Okay, so Rose, this is all great. I love what you're doing, and thank you for giving me all the bullet points. But I actually need you to write these, so then I can review them, possibly make some changes, and then I want to be able to just grab and go, copy and paste. So let's write all this stuff. And she doesn't get mad at me. We're changing optimization. There we go. So now on Friday, Facebook and Instagram feed posts. Tonight is going to be a fun night in Bemis Point at 8:30 p.m. We're clearing the tables and turning Bemis Point into a full-on dance floor. Live music, no experience necessary, all things, right? Now, if I wanted to add emojis, I could ask it, I could copy and paste, I could take a word out, I could say, add me some emojis, right? I could give it all those prompts. But now I have my data that I was working. Now, I do want to preface, in the interest of time, I'm not going to get too much further in this, but does this make sense, right? And how much time would that have taken me to build out all of these posts? So now there's other platforms you can use to take this information once you're ready for it, put it in another platform, and schedule your posts. Right? I can schedule it to post Friday at 9 a.m. for me. And it's going to actually say, you know what, Rachel, 9 a.m. is not the best time to post. You should really post at 8:53. It's going to tell me that. So it's really incredible. Okay? So you link it to your accounts and it will do that for you. Again, any questions? Okay.
And this is what you can hire her for.
All right, so I'm scrolling down again in the interest of time. I want to make sure we have enough time for everything, and of course, BJ has a phenomenal presentation too.
When you said you wanted to really crawl, what do you mean by crawl?
I've always used that word. It's funny. Thank you. So I want it to be picked up by all of, I call it crawling, but I want it to be picked up by Google, by ChatGPT, by Perplexity. I want it by all the sources, right?
Okay.
So by,
Just for some
by all the searches.
Yeah, just for some context off of that,
Yeah.
it's like this is how these how you rank to see events, and whether it's Facebook or wherever people are getting your content, TikTok,
Algorithm.
Facebook, right? These things crawl and search the web for information about what's happening in events, right? And it picks up off of how many places you're at, how often you're doing it, how many interactions it's having. That's why all of this is super important to get right, because the more that you get right, and the more that these things can pick up on, it's going to rank you higher. It's going to be like, oh, people really like this. This is having a lot of interactions, and this is covering all the bases. The more information, the better. So if you provide more information on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, on your website, your SEO is good, and saying, okay, this is complete. This is something I can trust, so let me give it to the people that want it. And people are interacting. So when she means crawl, it means touching all the bases. Everything's crawling and looking for something good. Because in reality, Facebook and all these places, they're in the business of providing good things for people to stay on their platform. So they don't want to give you junk, right? They don't want to give you junk to find. They want something that's interactive and good. And this will help you make it good.
Yep, perfect. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, so again, I would love to go through all of it with you, but I think we all get the point to a certain extent. So I just want to show you one more thing. So I want to talk about a blog real quick, okay? And similar to what BJ said, I want to show you the next step. So okay, Rose, this all sounds great. You know, I'm gonna make some final edits here, but I think we're on the right track. So moving forward, I wanna talk about our blog strategy. So we do a blog every 2 weeks. We post it on Substack. We share it out to all of our email folks who follow us that we have emails for. We also share it on our Facebook pages. So our blogs have been very, very much about our golf course and what we do and all the things that we do since we started this back in October. This next blog, I've already built out a topic, so I'm just going to switch screens, but I'm still reporting on my other screen. I want to actually build out a blog that's called The Ultimate Guide to Visiting Bemis Point, New York in 2026, okay? I want to make sure that we write this to rank for things to do in Bemis Point, visiting Bemis Point, Chautauqua Lake attractions, restaurants in Chautauqua, live music in Bemis Point, golf courses near Bemis Point. So I want to make sure that we, of course, are featuring our business, right? Because we all want to feature our businesses, but I want to feature Chautauqua County and why people should visit Bemis Point as a destination. So I want that to be my next blog. And I want you to help me make sure that we include the right keywords to get the maximum visibility. Folks coming in from Pittsburgh, from Cleveland, you know, wherever it is, even of course locals. So let's go ahead and start to build that. All right, I love this direction. This is smart positioning. Instead of just marketing the Bemis Point Golf Club and Townhouse, we're positioning you as a destination authority for visiting Bemis Point and Chautauqua Lake in 2026. This builds SEO, trust, and long-term traffic from Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Buffalo, Erie, and beyond. Before I write this, I knew I need a few strategic qualifiers. So now it's asking me, how long do I want it? What are some call to actions, right? So what's the tone that we want? What's the other businesses? So again, in the interest of time, I'm not going to finish this project, but you know, hopefully you'll get it. So now I can go through, I can hit dictate, and I can go through and I can answer all these questions. And it is going to basically write me a blog, The Ultimate Guide to Visiting Bemis Point. If you're planning the trip to Bemis Point in 2026, you are in for something special. Nestled along the shores of lake, it's highlighting some keywords so I can see them, right? Bemis Point is one of those places that feels both nostalgic and fresh at the same time. It's small enough to feel personable, but big enough to surprise you, and every season brings something different. And then it goes down, and it's encouraging me to use different pictures, of course, spending time on Chautauqua Lake, catching live music on the lake. Obviously, those are some old pictures. We won't use those, but playing rounds of golf, highlighting some different golfing in Chautauqua County, experiencing Sunday brunch, celebrating something meaningful. You know, what's the best time? So, guys, how much time do we just save? And now, I'm not going to take this yet and publish it because I'm going to take it and I'm going to continue to make it a little more neat, right? The Bemis Point Golf Club and Tap House. But this would have taken me 2 hours, 3 hours to write, doing research. So this is where I'm going to end, you know, from this standpoint. But I just want to share, like, achieve more in less time. Please write that down. Like, think about it like that. If you're scared, like, just get in, play with it a little bit. Dabble with it. Ask it a question. I have a text message. Gosh, it's a really tough email. I don't know how to respond. Copy and paste your email in and ask it to help you write a professional response. Oh, wow, this is too corporate. I don't sound like that. You know, I'm more fun and lively. Please change my tone. Have it change your tone, you know. Build it and let it help you. Because let's identify problems in your business and figure out how we can fix those problems, right? So that's really the goal, and that's one of the things that I wanted to share with you today. Let's just back over here. All right. Any questions on the demo? Yeah. Okay.
If you can go back to your ChatGPT, I noticed that Rose, your assistant, is named in the top corner.
Yes.
And then you have your normal 5.2 on your third tab.
Yep.
How did you actually create Rose? And what's the difference between using her and using projects as my, does that make sense?
Yes, of course. So, I created Rose. So this is going to give you, these are all my GPTs. So in ChatGPT, you have an option to create a GPT. Okay, and it's an assistant. It's an assistant that has a specific job.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you have different ones, I'm
That's correct.
probably the same as other
That's
people.
correct.
I do multiple different things and my brain stays different things, so.
Yeah, so I have, Davis is a career development, I can't remember his title. A world-class recruiter and career strategist, okay? Ethan, he actually assists podcasts, an all-in with AI podcast. So these are ones like I've tried, right?
Literally just changed my life. Because I have different Google profiles, but now I can have different ChatGPT profiles.
Totally, yeah. And projects are awesome. So down here, you can see projects. And basically what you do is when you create, let's say I'm working with a customer ABC, right? I'm gonna create a project, customer ABC, and now any of my information I'm gonna put in that project. It's almost like a file folder, right? But it's keeping it all there, so now that memory is gonna be there. So now if I'm working with customer ABC, I'm gonna use that project and it's gonna talk to me with all of that information, okay?
If I could just jump in real quick.
Please, yes.
What's the first thing she said? She said, you gotta give it a role, right? And
Yes.
tying it back together. The GPT, or whatever you're using, has to have context, right? So if you're asking what is this one called? The podcast, like, if you're asking the podcast one or the recruiting one, how to make a social media or a blog post, like, that doesn't have the right context. Give it context, like she's doing here. You've got all these custom tools or GPTs for that context. It's a good way to do it. Right?
So to this one here, and sorry, I just want to show you this real quick. I didn't create this one, but it's an office icebreaker. And it generates icebreaker activities for office settings. And let me tell you what is so cool. I mean, it's like, how big's your group? And what type of energy are you bringing? And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Just real quick, like my nephew, who's 18, I don't know if you guys know him, his name is Evan Steffen. He's a big golfer and a big hunter. And he uses it for finding, we'll go on or lease a property in the area, and he'll actually copy the property, send it into ChatGPT, and it'll actually tell you where to specifically put longitude, latitude, a tree stand best on that property, based on winds, history of the winds, weather. It's unbelievable. So you can use it for not only business, but your personal day-to-day stuff too.
Yes.
Is there a way to set it up where, do other members of your team have access to Rose, to Ethan, so they can hop on and?
Yes. So with me, no. I currently have my own platform. However, I can share. Yes, you can do that. Number one, you can start a business. But up here, see this group chat? I can start a group chat. So if I want to do a chat with Jess, our general manager, so we can work on it together, we can do that. So now, and then it's going to populate it. Right here, these are all my group chats. Okay, so like different people have access to that.
And you can
The other
add-
thing you can do is I have a personal page, but you can subscribe to a business page, and you can give, I think it's up to 5 users access. And I actually consult with some companies that we do that, so I can get into theirs too, and I can help work them stuff.
So you can add like Rose and Jess to a group chat.
Yes.
The three of you can.
Totally, absolutely. Yep, yep. Yeah.
Are the photos that she pulled, are they photos that are your photos or are they stock photos?
No, they're stock. Well, they're real photos. They're from Google because I noticed like
Okay.
Venus Bay Pots. Remember?
Okay, but they're not your like personal files,
No,
but
so-
you can tell them that they can have access to those, like, or like can they pull it from your own personal?
I could upload them, yeah, and give them access.
Okay.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
also make these photos.
Yeah, and we can make
ChatGPT
photos.
is really
I mean, I can
good.
turn you into a superhero right now.
I know that, I can do that.
But yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
You mentioned your scheduling platform. What are you using?
For my scheduling platform,
Yeah.
I use a program called World Cup 365.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
there are different levels of payment for ChatGPT.
Yes,
So I'm assuming this is not on the free level.
$20 a month. Yes, and I would encourage, if you are gonna use this, you will spend that at Starbucks. It's worth, don't buy the $200 a month, you don't have to, $20 a month. But the reason why is you want to get it secure, okay? You can change your systems, you can change your settings. You want to turn on your multi-factor authentication, which is the little numbers that come to your phone like we're all used to now. Like, you want to make sure it's secure. And by doing that too, see this little plus button? You can upload files. So I can upload pictures, I can upload documents, I can say, hey, I got this 15-page proposal. Can you give me the cliff notes? And it's gonna do that. So you can't do that with the free version. So definitely, I encourage you, if you are going to use this platform, spend the $20 a month, it is worth it.
We've used it with doctors, you know, like you get a 5-page doctor's thing and you punch it in there and it'll give you the dumbed down version of what they're trying to say to you. No offense to any doctor.
It has been very, very helpful. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up. We definitely have more time for Q&A, by the way. I just want to make sure BJ gets all his time too. So key takeaways, right? Clarity creates better output. So again, garbage in, garbage out. So we need to make sure it knows what we're doing and brain dump into it. Give it all the information. Planning means posting on the fly. We have a plan. We are way more efficient. AI supports, it doesn't replace. So remember, guys, we are human. We are never going to we need that human interaction. Like, this is not looking to replace us. This is helping us become more efficient. And then just stay in control. Like, don't just take the first thing it gives you. Make it yours. You know, make sure that it sounds like you, it talks like you, like all the things. And please make sure that we can't say that 100% of what AI gives you back is correct, right? So make sure you validate the information it's giving you. Last but not least, please, if you'd like, take a photo of my QR code. I do different team workshops, industry sessions, one-on-one strategy. You can book a discovery session if you're interested. That, just a free discovery session just to talk about like how your business is using it, if you're not using it, and then where we can get started. So baseline. Okay.
Those of you who don't know me, my name is BJ Monticelli. I work here in town at Robo. I also have an AI and automation consulting company called Discoverify AI. You'll have my contact info at the end, as Dan said. But before we get started, before I get into the slideshow presentation stuff, I want to start us out with a quote. We question all our beliefs except for those ones that we really believe in. And those we never think to question. Anybody know who said that? Orson Scott Card. And if anybody's familiar with Alex Hormozy, any Hormozy fans in here? No? Just me? Okay. If you haven't listened to this podcast, he's amazing. You hear it on there too. But why is that important, or that quote important, right? I'll read it again. We question all of our beliefs, except for those ones that we really believe in. Those we never think to question. Right? AI has opened up a lot of doors for small and medium-sized businesses. Right? No longer can we have the excuse of this is the way that we've always done it. It's not good anymore. It's not good enough. We have to question what we're doing and how we can get better. Okay? In this first activity that I'm going to have you guys do, we're going to get up a little bit, move around, and you're going to talk. We're going to break up the session a little bit. It's very blunt, and I'm going to ask a hard question. It's probably, you're going to think I'm a little crazy, but I need you to do it. It might be the most important thing that we do today. It has nothing to do with AI. Right? We got to change our perspective, break down some barriers, and rethink the way we think about our business. Right? Okay. So in a minute, I'm going to have everybody stand up. And I don't know how many people we got in here, 50, 60. Get in groups of 5 or 6. We're just going to do this for like 2 minutes. You're going to stand up. And you're going to talk about what sucks most about your business. Right? Oh my goodness. Right? I'm not talking about. Oh, I hate sitting in my chair all day. Or I don't like getting up at 5 in the morning, or I'm on the road all the time. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the stuff that keeps you up on a random Tuesday night that you can't sleep because you're like, oh, it's driving me nuts. Or when you go on your lunch break and you get in your car and you call your best buddy and you're like, I cannot believe what just happened. Or whatever. Or you come home and you talk to your significant other, right? That's a good place to start. Whatever you're talking to them about, whatever drives you the most nuts, we're gonna need something, okay? Because we're gonna use this, we're gonna do a live tool, all of you are gonna do it live, and we need some stuff, okay? So take 3 to 4 minutes, get with, you can talk with the people that you came with if you want, but talk to some other people for 2 or 3 minutes. Share what sucks most about what you do. Was that fun? Did anybody come up with actual things that suck? Everybody have good, right? So keep your brain moving, because we're going to use that and what you talked about, and you're going to actually put this stuff. I built the tool that we're going to use live here. So remember, keep chewing on it. Okay, come up with 1 to 3 things that you think suck the most, right? Okay, fix what sucks, automate what matters. The leak framework, I'm going to take you through that today. It's going to find you your first AI win, okay? We're going to walk through it live, and we're going to go through a couple slides, and then we're going to go through the app. We're going to do it all. You're going to have a custom little report and an action plan by the time you leave here. You're going to do it live on your phone. You've got laptops. It's good to do on a laptop too, but it can work on your phone. Okay? Okay, AI already works. We just got to know where to aim it, right? In 2025, last year, 25,000 AI tools. This year, 2026, there's already 60,000 AI tools, more than doubled in 1 year, right? That's nuts. It's insane. There's a tool for everything you can think of. There's no excuses anymore. And it just keeps moving. Rachel mentioned it earlier. Something new comes out every week. We just talked when we got here about Manus, right? There's something new every week, and it's crazy. There's no shortage of tools. There's a lot of things that you can do before. Okay? There's a lot of financial advisors in here. Where's my financial advisors? Bank people. We got a few of them, right? Okay? If someone comes into your office and say, hey, I want to start investing, right? What do? We don't just say, you know what? I think you should, invest all your money into Apple stock. Put it all in Apple stock because, you know what? That's been the best performer over the past 20 years. Is that what we do? No, that's not what we do. We need a little context, right? Just giving them an upfront tool or an investment opportunity would be crazy, right? We need to know the backstory. We need to know the problem. What's their money? What's their goals, right? So instead of just saying, you know what, I think you should do Apple stock, put all your money in Apple stock because it does well. We say, you know what, okay, what do you want to have at the end of your career? I want $10 million. I want, when I retire. I want to retire when I'm 60. I want a home in Florida, and I want to have some money for my kids. Okay, now we have a plan, right? We have a plan to move forward with that. How old are you, right? There we go. So we don't just give a tool right off the bat. We need a little backstory. We need to know the problem, the process, and the end goal. AI is no different. We can't just say, you know what, I'm going to use this. This is all we're going to do, right? Stop thinking tools. Start thinking problems, right? The problem comes first. The tool comes second. End of story. Okay? AI is already working. Most people just don't know where to start. 57% of small businesses now use AI. 96 plan to adopt AI this year. Who in here plans to adopt AI this year? Raise your hands. I hope it's most of you. That's why we're here, right? That's the goal. Okay? And those who are using it 20 plus, or are saving 20 plus hours a month. That's almost 3 working days a month, right? Think of 3 Fridays off, right? How awesome is that? Okay? Who in here who has used AI? I know you asked this earlier, but I didn't see the raise of hand. Who has used AI for their business so far? Right? Great. Now, who has a legitimate use case where it has saved you time and or money and changed your business? Raise your hand. Lovely. Okay? That's the goal. The number one barrier of getting people to start and finding real use cases where it's beneficial, it's not tools, not cost, not money. It's just not knowing where to start. That's what we're going to do today. Okay? That's why we're here. Okay, so I'm going to paint you a picture. Your business is a boat, right? Lots of us like to think maybe we've got a big old yacht or speedboat cruising along making money. But the reality is, no matter the size of your boat, the size of your business, sometimes it feels like you're in a little rowboat, just paddling along, trying to keep afloat, trying to keep the business running, right? And in that boat, okay, sometimes we got leaks, whether that's realized and active leaks or problems, or maybe unrealized ones, okay? And those leaks can be time, customers, money, right? AI isn't going to build you a new boat. It's not going to build you a new business, but it can plug your leaks. Hence the leak framework. Get it? Everybody making connections here? Got it? The leak. Okay. So here's your boat. Okay, AI is good at plugging 3 leaks. It's good at 3 things. 1, saving time. Email, scheduling, repetitive tasks, manual things. Okay, things that take a long time. Number 2, getting customers, right? Customers are the fuel for our business, right? We need customers to grow, we need customers to survive. It's good at getting customers. Proposal follow-ups, reach out. What Rachel just did with the content making. Those are all things to help get more customers. AI is good at that. Also, serving customers better, faster onboarding, right? Meeting prep. Stuff to serve your customers better. Review generation. Reputation management. Those are all things that AI can help with. Okay? Plug your leaks. Every boat has a leak, whether you realize it or not. Okay? Remember, we've got to change our perspective. AI is not going to build you a new boat, but it can help you plug your leaks. Okay? Here's some real world use cases. Right? 1, saving time. Right? Getting customers and serve better. Saving time. One that could be is a voice agent. Right? How many home service businesses we got here? It's a big popular one. Yeah. If you're a plumber and you're under a sink when somebody calls it, right? What happens if you miss a call? Nobody answers the phone. Goes to voicemail, they're probably on to the next one, right? Somebody who can answer when you can't, 24/7, saving you some time. Getting customers. Proposals. This is really good for people who have to send proposals or estimates, right? 4 touch points after the proposal sent, right? If we just send one email and we forget about it, the customer never responds, they're probably off and gone and not thinking about you anymore. But if we remind them, follow up, right? How many more people can we get from just a simple reminder? Hey, keep this top of mind, right? 3, serve better. No-shows for people who are doing meetings or meeting prep, right? People can, we can send auto reminders to remind people of the meeting. Pre-fill out forms, or AI can help you. Like if you got a client that you're meeting with at 2 o'clock, it will give you a summary of the client database, some info on what they have, what's your last conversation with them, what tools they're using currently in your company, all those things. Those are just some real world use cases. Okay, so here's the leak framework, right? L is for list, right? Okay, we're gonna do this live, so I know if you're all frantically writing this down, your slides after this, we're gonna do it live, okay, so don't get worried. We got to list what sucks. That's what we're doing. So I hope your mind is still turning about some problems that you're having, right? So, remember, this can be realized problems or hidden leaks, right? So it could be actively, you know what, my invoicing takes me forever. That really stinks. That's an active problem. It's top of mind. But a hidden leak might be, you know what, I should run Facebook ads, but I don't know how, and I don't really have the time to learn. Right? That's not actively hurting me, but we can still improve it. That's legal, right? E is for examine. What's it costing you? Put a label on it. Okay? Who is it affecting? You, your team, your customers, and what's the cost of it? If I told you your leak is costing you $3,000 a month, I bet you wouldn't put it off for a leak, right? If we solve that, it's tangible. Make it tangible so we can solve the problem. Plug the leak. A is for an AI audit. This is important. You got to define the task. What are we actually solving? Okay, not just some generic thing. Define the task. What is AI going to help you plug in with? Okay, and K might be the most important. Kickstart. The community I am in is called Playmakers AI. Right? Chris Kerner runs it. I don't know if any of you are big podcasters. Sounds like it. Not if none of you have heard of Alex Ramosi. Chris Kerner, I love him. You guys listen to him. He's amazing, and he's a leader in my community. His big saying is have a bias for action, right? You got to have a bias for action. You got to do. You got to take the steps to build momentum. Momentum beats perfection. Okay. Act this week. Give yourself 3 goals to start. Right. Okay. So LEAK. We're going to do it live. Okay, so here's the QR code. It's going to take you to an app. If you got a laptop, you can text this or type this in down there. Discoverify AI/AI leaks test. I'll give you all a minute to get on there, and we're going to run through it live. While you're doing this, think of what you were discussing earlier. Your problems, the things that suck, right? This is gonna be all custom to you. You're gonna get a little custom report at the end. Everybody's ready? Everybody in? It's going to take you to a page. You got to you're going to fill out a form, so I know you're not a robot. So a robot's not blasting me, costing me a bunch of money using Intuit. So, but this is completely free. You don't got to pay a penny. We're going to do it live, and you're going to get a free downloadable report at the end. Everybody good?
You might have to turn your phone horizontal to get the non-robot test.
No? Not working?
There you go.
Oh, there. Let me see what you got. Just
I'm in.
captcha.
Yeah. Go horizontal and then go up.
Okay, so when you do that, the I'm not a robot thing, put your phone horizontal and it's going to have some pictures up above.
You gotta scroll up.
Scroll up to make sure you're not a robot. And if not, you can do this later. I'll send you a link. Is anybody having trouble? Probably most of you, huh? Okay, I'll send you a link and you can do this at home, but I'll run through it live too. Does anybody want some help? Okay. Raise your hand. You need some help? Okay. Yeah, need some help. Yeah. All right, so it should take you to a page that looks like this. Okay, you're going to fill out this form. Okay, and then when you get in, it should look like this. Who's on this page? Okay. All right, again, I'm going to walk through this. If you need help after, this is going to be free, available after. You can go to the second time. Okay? So if you're not in, it's okay. All right, so we're going to find the leak. The rules, be brutally honest. Think scale, and don't overthink it, right? Your gut knows what's happening, okay? So we're going to hit find the leak. All right, we should get to this page. Everybody there? Okay, so there's the 3 leaks, right? These are the things that you're talking about. Now, you don't need to do all 3. You can do one. If you got one that's top of mind, what sucks the most? What is the problem that you're trying to solve? Okay, and we talked about the 3 things. One that can save time, one that can get more customers, or one that can serve customers better. Again, you don't need all 3. If you got one, type it in there, right? So I typed in missing parts, right? Inventory, I'm missing my parts, okay? It can be as simple as that. Or, like a little example in there, invoicing is taking too long. Or, my Facebook ads stink, right? Something like that, okay? And when you're done, we're going to go down here to examine values. Give you a minute to type in what you want. Okay, so when you get to page 2, it's examine. Right? If you typed in more than one, you're going to have 3 listed up above here. Okay? Maybe I'll go back. Okay, so it should look like this, right? You get 3 of them, right? It's going to ask you a few questions. Don't worry about the dollar amount, like exactly. You can round it, right? So if it's getting more customers, what's your average customer worth to you? I know some service businesses, right? If you're a high-ticket service business, that customer can be worth $5,000 a pop, right? And if you're a financial advisor, that has a long lifetime value. Okay, so for the service, what's the lifetime value of one customer? That could be 10 grand, right? We're looking to just put a dollar amount value to this. How many hours are you saving, right? For time, for customer service, right? And then who is it affecting? Multiple times a day. For me, my team, my customers and clients, you can select a bunch of those. But the purpose here, don't get too caught up on figuring out your exact value. You can go back in and think about it a little bit. for the purpose of time, you know, just put an estimation, right? It's gonna give you, it's gonna calculate it for you and see what your average value loss is, or what you're missing out, okay? Everybody good? Is everybody at this step? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Then you're gonna select one, so it's gonna highlight red, okay? So select which one you wanna go forward with. So I'm gonna click this missing parts one. Okay, then you're gonna go continue to audit. Right? Then it's gonna give you this is the important step, right? What are we actually doing with AI? Okay? Background, just tell the first one. High level overview about what your business does. Okay? I don't need every little detail, just give it some context, right? This is gonna be, you know, this one, like I put in there. We're a pipeline company for natural gas. We install gas lines and such, right? Put it in there what you do. If you're a plumbing company, hey, I'm just a plumbing company. Or, hey, I'm a roofing company and I specialize in full roof repairs. Or I'm a financial advisor with whatever, M&T Bank, or whatever it is, okay? Next one, explain the problem, right? Get into it a little bit more detail, right? For example, this one, missing parts was mine. We're a pipeline company, okay? Our parts are expensive. We have no inventory where our parts are on trucks, in the shop, or where they're installed. Sometimes the parts go missing. We order new ones, just to find out we already had them on the truck. It's expensive. Also, we think we have a part, and then we go to a job, and we actually don't have it, right? This is inventory management. So just explain it like that. Whatever your problem is, break it down to the next level. You don't need a paragraph, just give it a little bit more context. One after that, the current tech stack, right? Some of you have CRMs, HubSpot, or usability. Go House Call Pro, or I mean, every industry has a million of them. QuickBooks, email, Excel. Just tell them what you got. If you only have email, it's okay. Tell them what your current tech stack is. Okay. Last one here. Well, not last one. You got to tell them what a successful outcome is. Okay. So mine is we have a live inventory of our parts, so we know what is on hand. Okay. If it's Facebook ads or something, you can put have Facebook ads done for us, or reach more customers via Facebook. Okay? And then this is probably the most important part. Is everybody with me? Everybody with me? Okay. Next one. Let's define the task. Okay? If you were going to delegate this task to somebody, how would you tell them to do it? Right? If you're going to say, hey, DJ, I need you to do this for me. This is where you start. Here are the steps, and this is the successful outcome at the end. Okay? Not just, hey, go follow up on leads form. Specific is, every time a lead fills out a contact form, send them a personalized email within 5 minutes with our pricing guide, the calendar lead link. Right? Mine for this parts business was every time a part is ordered, have it logged on delivery, and a picture of the part or tools so people know what it looks like. Then when that part or tool is used in the job, take it out of our inventory. And who used it? Be specific. Delegate the task. And then there's 5 questions, and then we'll be done. Okay, so this task that you just provided, define the task. Answer the questions about the task, right? So is this task done the same way every time, or is it different each time? Pick one of the 3 options. Where does the info need? The info you need for this task live right now? In your brain? All in one place? Split a couple different places? Is this task mostly database, or judgment based? So we can solve what happens, what kind of impact does it have? What happens if AI gets it 80% right? Okay, at the bottom, when you're done with all that, you're going to click Get Deferred. Everybody with me? Everybody good? It's going to take you to this next page. Give it about 10 to 20 seconds to process all the things that you put in there. It's going to kick you to this new page. And again, this is a lot for right now in this session. You can come back to it at any time. You'll have the link. You can use it whenever you want. You can use it 10 times in a row. You can use it one time. You can use it 100 times. I don't care. It's all a free tool for you guys to use. Okay? Then a page like this is gonna pop up, okay? Before you leave the page, make sure you download the PDF report. Because I don't have access to whatever you put in there. Once you leave, you're never gonna see it again. You can go back through and put all your info in again, but nobody gets to see this besides you, okay? So download the PDF before you go. You can screenshot your page, whatever floats your boat, okay? Okay, so it's gonna give you an AI score. Are you ready for AI? Is this the type of task that AI can do? Or do we need to do a couple different things first to get us ready? Right? Here's a free sample asset. Okay? You're gonna have, it's gonna break down this green box here, potential value opportunity. Right? This is what it's solving, and this is the value it can provide you. Right? And at the bottom, here, you got 3 tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. 3 different solutions. Tier 1 is DIY. That's all you. You can do it all. Tier 2 is a little bit more advanced. It's going to bring in some tools. Tier 1 is like maybe 1 or 2 tools. Tier 2, you might bring in a couple more tools. It's a little bit more advanced. It's going to be a little bit more automated. AI is going to be a little bit more heavily involved. Tier 3, that's top of the line. It's top notch. Everything's going to be automated. Some of you can probably do all 3 of these. Some of you might need help. But it breaks it down step by step for you. It gives you a little basic overview. Okay, up top here, the tools that it suggests you use, and then DIY instructions, step by step. Okay? You scroll all the way to the bottom. It's going to give you your 3 action items this week to kickstart, right? Remember what I said. Momentum beats perfection, right? Do these 3 things, okay? Build momentum, get on to the next step, get some juices flowing, and figure out how it can help your business, okay? So this is a lot of info. I'm not going to read through every single one of these, but when you come in here, right, you can try it once, you can try it 10 times, but come in here and help diagnose problems and help your business figure out where it can use it at, okay? Step-by-step processes, and again, you can use this anytime you want, all for free. Just go to the website. And if you have an idea that pops in your head on a random Wednesday afternoon, come in here and do it. Okay, any questions?
Can you go back to the QR code?
Yep. Pretty good?
Did you create that week
Yes. With AI.
with it?
Who here, somebody asked Donzie about vibe coding. Who is that person in here? So we're gonna cover vibe coding today. There you go. That's vibe coding, right? That's who I created. Let's include vibe coding. Now, that's the topic for a different day. We're not gonna cover it here, but, yeah. My website, same thing. The leak test. AI is powerful, many different things. Okay? Again, follow up. You gotta start with the problem, and then go find the tool. Okay? That's what Rachel and I can help you. Find the tools, give you a solution. But if you just plug AI into your business to do cool things, right? We're not in the business of that. We want the highest ROI that we can. What's really gonna change our business and make it better? Not just fluff, right? Fluff is no good. We want tangible results, something that can change our business and push us forward, right? You're already in the top 1%. You're here, you're trying to learn. That puts you ahead of everybody else. Now take the next step to get to where you need to go. Okay, questions, more questions? Okay. Good, we'll do Q&A.
Thank you, BJ. Thank you, Rachel. If everybody wants, I know we asked a few questions throughout, and I know, again, I mean, I think you're very generous with your time, and we don't have a hard stop other than what your schedules are, but if anybody has other questions for BJ? Yeah.
You concentrated a lot on ChatGPT. Is there anything else, other platforms that you find are helpful? And like I do design, so I use a lot of Canva and also Creative Fabrica that you can do designing on that. But is there anything else that you can suggest?
Yeah, absolutely, I could. I, again, being a marketer, I use a lot of Canva as well. Have you tried the AI automation?
Yes, I have.
So it's okay, right? I mean,
Right,
it's
it's
still
okay.
hokey, but it's getting better. I have found that Google Gemini works very well for graphics design, if you give it the right prompt. Again, right, going back to that prompt, like making sure you can write your prompt in ChatGPT,
Right.
and then plug it into Google Gemini. So there's another program that I used actually for my logo creation. I gotta look it up, I can't think of it offhand, but there are a handful of them.
My favorite is Perplexity. There might be still a free promo code rolling around. I'm not sure if it's still active, but I know last month it was. If you go into Perplexity and you connect your Venmo account, it would give you a free year of Pro. Check it out. It might be not active. I'm not sure. It might be just a one-time thing.
It's
Check it
not
out.
active.
Is it? Yeah. Go in there. I use Perplexity mainly. It's really good at research. And a lot of what I do, I want to research first and then I want to do. Okay? And you can download Perplexity's browser. It's called Comet. Right? They integrate together. What I found to be really useful is when I'm on a web page, right? I can go up to a YouTube video. If I find it interesting, but I don't really know if I want to watch the whole hour and a half, I put up the assistant and I say, summarize this video for me, watches the video in like 5 seconds and gives me a Cliff Notes version. Or the craziest thing that happened to me, this happened just this week. I was trying to set up my custom email. Some settings weren't working, right? And I was on the page in Comment, and I said, Comment, hey, I have no idea what I'm doing here. It's not working. Can you look at my screen and tell me what I need to do? And it said, sure. Looked at my screen and said, here's what you need to do. Would you like me to do it for you? And I said, yeah, sure, give it a rip. And I clicked my screen and changed. I needed to change one setting and it changed it for me right there. So Perplexity is my favorite, but
Check out,
Gemini
sorry,
is great too.
Gemini's good. Check out Ideogram, IDEOgram. It gives you so many free credits to try, but I actually used, for my new logo for my business, I used ChatGPT, I used Gemini, and then I finished it in Ideogram, and a very powerful site.
Do you guys have any experience with, I was looking at the ChatGPT packages, and I know the $200 level, which you said maybe didn't recommend, but they have the pixel level creation of video. Do you have a video assistant that you recommend, and have you used it in any public displays or anything?
I personally haven't used the $200 version. Now, the group that I got my certification, like they use it because they're much larger than I am.
No, I don't do a whole lot of video. Images, basically like that. But I do know, I've heard good things about the thing you're talking about. So
Higgsfield, that's what it is.
it's worth a shot. Give it a rip. And
Check out Higgsfield AI. I personally haven't dabbled in it. Want to, but there's so much, right? And every single day, it's just things are changing. So I personally, like my pathway right now isn't so much video, but from my group that I follow and stay connected with on a daily basis, they're highly recommending Higgsfield.
another thing you can do is like she said, Perplexity or ChatGPT. Go ask me. Give me the top five. Tell me, give me the pros and cons of each. And you can tell us, go crawl Reddit and see reviews on Reddit for each of them. See what people are talking about. And you can tell to do those things. And we'll give you a good review and you can base your decision off of that.
One thing that I just want to comment on, I'm not sure if anybody saw this, but I've recently started dabbling in voice cloning. Has anybody heard of voice cloning? Okay, so voice cloning is becoming extremely popular because basically what we can do is we could take, I'm just going to use Jess as my subject, right, our general manager of the business. So I could take her, I can record her voice with a professional microphone, and have her give me a 3-minute, 4-minute video so I can get her real solid voice, right? I can also do some videos, take some headshots of her. Now I can produce videos through 11 Labs. 11 Labs is for your voice, okay? And then HeyGen is for videos. And I've just started dabbling in that. I did my first one, and I put it out there because, let's face it, you gotta start somewhere. It was okay, it wasn't great. It was very, you could tell it was AI generated. But as I continue, I just bought a new microphone, so as I continue to get better, I'm really anxious to leverage it on myself. But then, you know, I have some other businesses that we want to try and voice clone them, so.
So I started using HeyGen to convert John, our CEO, who you saw here,
Yeah.
in different languages. So it's a nice tool if you don't speak Spanish.
Yes.
We have a lot of people who speak Spanish around here to convert someone to speak Spanish. And it was very, very good. Lip syncs up perfectly, the voice. The only complaint I got was from native Spanish speakers that he speaks several different dialects.
Oh.
But if you don't know, you're never going to notice that.
So there's two, HeyGen, Heygen, yep, and then 11 Labs. So 11 Labs I used for the voice because that's one of the better ones for voice modification and getting the actual voice. And then you can connect the two over to HeyGen, upload your actual video, so of John or whoever, right? And then connect the two, and now we can create the videos.
Pamela,
Yeah.
what kind of, I guess, proprietary rights do these, when they create these, is that your content? Do they retain any copyright ownership? Can you duplicate it, produce it, put it on socials, things like that?
On HeyGen, you mean?
I guess on any
On
of the
anything?
guys.
I think it depends on the thing, but most are like, hey, this is your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you pay, most of the time.
If you pay, yeah.
If you don't pay, ChatGPT, Copilot, all of them, you are training the model, and anything you put in there is theirs.
Correct, and that goes back to what we were saying, like, get the paid version specifically for ChatGPT, that's the one at least I was training on today. And you know, we can go through and update your settings, so if you really wanna make sure that train your model, you want that it's automatically turned on for everybody. You wanna turn that off, because you don't wanna help train ChatGPT and all their models, right? You wanna keep your stuff to yourself.
All right, we got a question over here.
The voice thing and other parts of AI, like, there's scary aspects. And so what advice do you have as far as protecting and, like, as people get better and can no longer spot it as, oh, I know this is AI generated, like, how do you still figure out the truth of things that are being put out there?
Great question.
There's scary aspects of that, right? There is.
That's a great question, and I also think, you know, as AI evolves and grows, you know, there's going to be other tools that are going to help you identify. I imagine some of that might be some, like in your social media, there's lots of AI videos about your social media. I'm sure everybody has seen some, and seen some that they probably didn't know was about. I guess there's going to be some tools available that can help identify those things. But also it's just personal, right? AI is here, it's happening no matter what, right? The way I look at it is, I can't stop it, but you know what? AI needs to be in the hands of the right people. And we have to be part of that solution, because it's gonna happen whether we like it or not. And it's gotta be in the hands of the right people doing the right things with it, and that's part of our responsibility as humans and, you know, business owners to be business.
Is there a tool that you can take what you generated from AI, whether it's ChatGPT website, and then plug it into another tool and say, does this sound like AI?
Yeah.
Almost like checking yourself.
There are. In fact, there's a lot of colleges that are using that. Yeah. I don't know which ones they are offhand, but there are
A lot of high school, like, West teacher, tools,
Yeah.
stuff like that, so like looking at essays.
Right.
You can just plug in an essay and say, it'll give you a score, kind of like the AI score I had. It'll give you a score, 85% likely written AI. Which tool?
Then you build a custom GPT to beat that.
Yeah.
Yeah.